What's going on, guys? Today we're diving into a theory that says our own survival might be blinding us to how dangerous the universe really is. It's called the Anthropic Shadow. What's going on, guys? Today we're talking about a weird blind spot in how we think about the end of the world. It's called the Anthropic Shadow. Here's the core idea. We can only study history because we survived it. Any catastrophe big enough to wipe out all observers, all humans, all scientists, all YouTubers would leave no record behind. So when we look back at the past, we're automatically filtering out the worst-case outcomes. The historical record looks safer than it really is, not because disasters are rare, but because dead civilizations don't write history. This is the Anthropic Shadow. It's not saying doom is guaranteed. It's saying our data is biased from the start, because the thing doing the observing us only exists in the timelines where things didn't go totally wrong. It's a reminder that absence of evidence can be evidence of absence, unless the observers themselves would have been erased. So where did this idea come from? It grew out of something called observation selection theory, pushed hard by the philosopher Nick Bostrom. You might know him from AI risk stuff, but he also wrote a whole book on anthropic reasoning. In 2010, Bostrom teamed up with Milan Cirkovic and Anders Sandberg and published a paper called Anthropic Shadow: Observation Selection Effects and Human Extinction Risks. They took the same logic behind the fine-tuned universe debate and aimed it straight at extinction. The fine-tuning argument says the universe looks improbably perfect for life. The anthropic reply is, well yeah, if it weren't perfect, nobody would be here to notice. The shadow argument flips that same logic toward disasters. We don't see the branches where everything ended, because there's nobody in those branches to do the seeing. The observers are always in the lucky worlds. Let's make it concrete with some real examples. Start with asteroid impacts and supervolcanoes. Life took billions of years to evolve into anything that can look at the sky. If the Earth got sterilized every 1,000 years, there would be no astronomers complaining about it. The fact that we find ourselves in a calm period doesn't prove calm periods are common. It might just prove you need a calm period to exist at all. Same thing with nuclear close calls. We all know about Vasily Arkhipov during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and Stanislav Petrov in 1983, because they made the right call. But here's the thing, we don't observe the versions of history where they made the wrong one. Those timelines got erased from the record, along with everyone in them. Now apply that to AI, biotech, nanotech risks that have zero historical failures but total possible consequences. Our clean track record might just mean we're lucky so far, not safe. Not everyone buys the anthropic shadow. In 2024, philosopher Taruji Thomas published a paper called Dispelling the Anthropic Shadow, and his argument is basically this: yeah, we're conditioning on survival, but our actual evidence still matters a lot. Life has survived for something like 4 billion years. That's strong evidence that planet-wiping events don't happen every Tuesday. Thomas argues the anthropic bias and the base rate evidence roughly cancel out, so the historical record is still a decent guide to how dangerous things really are. There's also a deep fight over the math. Do you use the self-sampling assumption or the self-indication assumption? Who counts as an observer? What's the reference class? These aren't small philosophical details, they can flip the whole conclusion. So anthropic shadow is interesting, but it's definitely not settled science. So what's the verdict? Anthropic shadow is not a doomsday prophecy. It's a humility check. When the failure mode is total extinction, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Just because nothing has destroyed us yet doesn't mean nothing can. Our clean historical record might be partly an illusion created by the fact that we only exist in the good timelines, or at least the timelines that didn't end. But, and this is important, the theory doesn't prove we're doomed either. It just says we shouldn't lean too hard on the past when judging future existential risks. Historical safety doesn't guarantee future safety. It's one more reason to be careful with technologies that could end the story. My take? It's a real blind spot and a useful caution. Treat the big risks with more respect than the record alone suggests. Stay sharp, guys. Boondocks Trader out.